Hi, everybody. Then thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I guess we are ready to start really soon. So welcome, really welcome to our second introduction about the European Weather Cloud. We are really happy to have you all here. My name is Noemi Marsico. I'm an Earth Observation Data Engineer. I will be conducting this training at the beginning, and then I will give my word to Yigit. Yigit, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit for everybody?
Sure, sure. Hi everyone, my name is Yigit, and today I will be doing the demonstration for the knowledge base as well as the Morpheus, the portal we are using the resources. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Vijay. Thank you. And we also have our European Weather Cloud Service Coordinator today to answer your questions. Roope is here. Hi, Roope. Want to say hi?
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all, and hope you have a great, great and useful meeting today.
Thank you, Roope. Yeah, so we're really excited to have many of you here. This is our second session. You might have joined the first one where Roberto was giving some introduction from from the ECMWS side, F side. Now we are talking about the EUMETSAT side. We are a bit more focused on the EUMETSAT side, of course. So let me share my slides just 1 second so everybody is able to see. Okay, I guess you can all see my slides. I don't see any of you now, so please interrupt me if there is something. Of course, you are really welcome to ask any question you want throughout the meeting. Roope will be monitoring the questions, answer all your questions. Of course, we would encourage you to start using our discussion platform, the Rocket Chat. You might have heard about it, you might have been part of it already, so we strongly encourage you to use that for the discussion, but of course you can also use the chat if you need. If there is any particular question that needs a bit more explanation live, we can also do that at the end of the session if everybody is okay with it. So, welcome again, everybody, to our second session. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what is the European Weather Cloud. You might have heard about it. You might have been part of this of the first session, so you might know everything. These are the slides that Ricardo has created, that Roberto, sorry, has created. So bit of credit to you. And we are going to talk a little bit, I'm going to show you and explain you a little bit what is the European Weather Cloud and how we can use and interact with it, of course. And then we will do some demos, so we will go through knowledge bases and we also will go through our infrastructure Morpheus. But don't worry if you feel that all these words now make no sense, if you're not really feeling confident with what I'm saying, because this is what this session is made for, everybody feeling comfortable with what the European Weather Cloud is. So the European Weather Cloud, what is this? What is this platform? So this platform was created as a joint collaboration between ECMWF and EUMETSAT, as you can see here. It was purposely created for meteorological application development and operations in Europe, and it's kind of the aim of this cloud is to create a community cloud. We like to call it like that. This is because we are hoping that everybody will have a really great space to work on, a great support to work, and we all know that research and science works perfectly when we are a community and not when we are singular people. So it's our project to everybody's project, ECMWF and EUMETSAT project, to create a platform that is available for everybody. Just for you to know a little bit of history, what has been happening. So in 2019, the pilot project has started. So we have been widely working on this platform, trying to create the best and most comfortable platform for everybody. In 2022, we instead had operational ramp-up. So this means we had some users trying to utilize to utilize the platform, to understand how things work. And of course, that has helped us as well in making sure that we were improving the platform according to our users' needs. So this has been a really important part for us. And now in 2023, we are ready to start with operational. So we are starting the operations, and we are open to what I would say everybody, but not really everybody. Everybody that is in this meeting, you have been admitted purposely. So everybody who is in this meeting or in the previous meeting, or any meteorological services parts of the member states. But don't worry, I will also explain this a little bit more, who is allowed. But that's what you need to know, is that now we're operational, and we are really happy to have as many people as possible that try the cloud, that try the platform, and try to make things work for a kind of a communal purpose. So just for you to understand a little bit who is as well, who are the people that are actually allowed to be part of the European Weather Cloud, who are able to ask for some space within the cloud, are member and cooperating states, of course, from ECMWF and EUMETSAT. We have left you here we have left you here some information on how you can access you can request some space also or some support from the EWC. So we are constantly working for giving a good support. Of course, we are also open to any partners. So an example is EUMETSAT, and for research and development, so ECMWF special projects, and EUMETSAT annual R&D calls. So we are open for a really wide amount of organizations and wide amount of infrastructures. So we have quite a good amount of people that can use our cloud. Of course, because we are constantly giving support, we also have internal use at ECMWF and at EUMETSAT, where we can, of course, taking care of your tenancies, of your spaces, and also support you whenever you need some support. So what the EWC does is providing compute capacities, so to access both ECMWF and EUMETSAT data holdings, and of course additional external data sets that you can add, or that they are included within your daily job. So it aims to create this kind of comfortable place for everybody to conduct your daily tasks without too much effort, of course, in terms of data processing and computations. So if you have joined the last session, Roberto has explained to you what are the capacities and the capabilities that you have from the ECMWF, and which combined sets of pull and push data access services you have. From the EUMETSAT side instead, which is our side, the side that we are focusing on today, we have given you access to data store and data tailor. So data store is our archive, where we store all our data, and the data tailor is our tool, our customization tool that allows you to customize data accordingly to your needs. So these are really comfortable tools that you are able to use once you're part of our community. And we also have EUMETSAT terrestrial. You might have heard it before, you might have used it. That is the near real-time data delivery via terrestrial networks. So you have access while using one of our tenancies. You have access to all these different type of data that we are holding, pull and push. So this is a really comfortable for everybody that is constantly looking for ways to utilize the data. So to explain you a little bit of the level of design, so I'm starting from the bottom to the top, so everybody, we're all on the same wave. So we, from both sides, ECMWF and EUMETSAT, we have a cloud and storage infrastructure. There are OpenStack and Ceph. So in both cases, of course, we have a cloud orchestrator. This is usually utilized by the administrators of your tenancy, which is Morpheus. But don't worry, Yigit will be explaining you and drive you through completely how to use Morpheus and all different capabilities. So I'm just shortly telling you this. And of course, we have our user spaces. So we have our knowledge bases, our support portal, discussion platform, and accounting platform. Of course, this depends a lot on how you are organized within your own team. Often it happens that there are people that are the administrators, so the people that are actually going to use Morpheus are more the administrators of the tenancy, but then you will also have some of the people that will just use the tenancy or just use one virtual machine of the tenancy, and this is a really comfortable way to be structured. So we have a lot of different portals. As I said, we have the support portal, we have discussion platforms. So this is Rocket Chat. You might have heard, I mentioned this before. And the support portal is instead our portal that allows you to raise tickets, and we will be answering your tickets as fast as we can. Of course, we also have the knowledge base. The knowledge base, Yigit will also drive you through the knowledge base. We understand that sometimes it's really long and it's hard to find. It might be hard to find information, but everything is written there. So this is why we're having this introductory session. So everybody is aware of how to drive through the knowledge base. Okay, so just to show you a little bit how our cloud management orchestrator looks like. This is Morpheus. Some of you might have used it before, some of you might have not. But of course, the first thing you will need to do is entering our European Weather Cloud. Our European Weather Cloud, you can ask for a tenancy if you have not done so already, and then you will be given some introduction. You will be given a bit of a training on how to use Morpheus and how to use what are all the different capabilities. But again, this is a bit how it looks like when you have a tenancy, but do not worry, because again, Yigit here will explain you exactly how things work. So we leave you here. This I will put it also at the end. You will be able to enter the knowledge base, the support portal. We are also going to send you some links throughout the time. So if you get lost, please feel free to ask any question. That's our purpose here. So I will leave the stage to Yigit now. So thank you, everybody. And if everybody has any question, we are really, really happy to answer them all, either on Rocket Chat or on the chat, or even live if you prefer some thorough explanations. So Yigit, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Noemi. Now I'm going to share my screen and show you first the knowledge base and then the Morpheus platform. So entire screen. And please, Noemi, you can let me know if everything's okay.
Absolutely, Yigit. Yes, everything is working fine. We see
All right.
your
All right. So the EWC knowledge base. So once you go our knowledge base here, you will first see the topics or the labels, our sport addresses, the search bar, and also the recent news. Recent news is important here because we are passing sometimes we have maintenance and we are posting them through here. So it's good idea to bookmark this page and check time to time. You can also search our documentation with any, for example, if you want to know about storage, you can just type storage and get the relevant topics or knowledge base articles. We have some shortcuts here and also our tree. First, I want to go to, or just I almost forgot. So there is this login button here. I'm not logged in right now. Once you're logged in, you can see a bit more pages. But if you're not logged in, you're also free to use this knowledge base, which is I'm not logged in right now. So first, the terms and conditions for the use. So we have some definitions here. So for example, the partners, which is EUMETSAT and ECMWF. We have the we have some like what tenancy meaning, what is the meaning of tenancy or tenancy owner in this case. The users and the owner. For example, the owner is basically the administrator of that tenancy. A tenancy is basically, or tenant is basically a insulated resources for use of the our member states and other um, representatives, basically for the ECMWF, EUMETSAT, and member and cooperating states, basically. So this is a really well written and relatively short document for you to read. I suggest you to come and read this because there are some good info here. So for example, the tenancy owners are they are ultimately responsible for all the activities taking place within their tenancy, and also one other thing is we have the we reserve the right to suspend, in of course in extreme cases, suspend and discontinue if there is any misusage. But of course I won't read all through this, so please come here and check this page. If I go forward, maybe the getting access page. So this page is telling you how you can tell us to create a tenancy for you. So then we have the getting started page. We have basic concepts, for example, what EWC is, or how you can access the resources. The portal, we have the Morpheus, which I'm going to show you in a second. A sneak peek. It's looking like this. This is the ECMWF Morpheus. We will show the EUMETSAT one in a second. What a tenant is, what clouds are. So I'm gonna pass all these through, which is I'm gonna show anyway. And we will also come to a default setup of a EUMETSAT, a standard, a default EUMETSAT tenancy. If I go forward to data access, there are a couple things I want to talk you through here. So, for example, the EUMETCAS terrestrial, you can basically create a VM for EUMETCAS terrestrial and get your data. Or here I have bookmarked a link, which is EUMDAC. So you can use EUMDAC to go through the data store or the data tailor to get your data. You can download data, or you can customize data within EUMDAC. So it's all possible, like your machines or inside VMs in your tenancies. If we go forward, of course, we have lots of advanced topics and how-to articles, but the best way to reach them through, in my opinion, is to go to main page and search the documentation, because it might be easier for you. And lastly, I can talk you through this discussion platform, which Noemi also said about this. We have the Rocket Chat, and you can basically register and talk with us or with the other tenants, basically. So if I go back to getting started page, you can see how you can log into Morpheus, add your SSH key pair, and the other pages. But what I want to show you is the default setup. So once you ask us and once we create a tenancy for you, you will see these three VMs as your first login. So we have LDAP VM, we have an SSH proxy VM, and X2Go VM. So of course, on this article, we are also explaining them. But if I go really fast on them, is SSH proxy is basically a proxy VM. So basically, for, let's say you have these 3 VMs and you have SSH proxy VM. In order to log into other private VMs, you need to use SSH proxy. So this is more adding more to the security, of course. And of course, within one line, you can also use jump flag to log into your internal VM using the SSH proxy VM, and of course the usernames can be the same. I will show you also that one. The other VM, the default VM, is the remote desktop one. So we basically have this X2Go VM. So you can basically use this one to have a graphical user interface and log into that. So basically a graphical desktop user interface is running on a VM, and you can run this through your anywhere on the internet, basically. So you can also use remote desktop to reach LDAP, and LDAP is basically a user management system we are using. You can create users with your admin user. You can create users, and with that users, you can basically go to any VM and basically log in. So you can use GUI LDAP also with a remote desktop solution like we have in this specific VM. So now I think I will jump to Morpheus side, if it's okay. If can I? Or I mean, if there are any questions, maybe we can stop. Or if there are not.
Yeah, it's it. Just one thing, just to wrap up before you pass to Morpheus. So, just to know that everybody is on the same wave. Is anybody having any questions? So these are the machines that are created by default. Once your tenancy is created, you have asked for a tenancy, you have given permission, you have the tenancy, and now you have 3 different machines that are by default. And this is the difference that you might have seen the last time. If you have participated to the last training, you might have seen that if you enter from the ECMWF side, you have a different types of services and types of virtual machines that you will have by default. This side is a little bit of the difference from the EUMETSAT side. So these are the 3 main virtual machines that you will have being set by default. I would like, if there is any question, we can go through questions now and then pass through Morpheus. And if you have anything particular you want to talk about, or you want some feedback, or you would like to give us some feedback, also feel free to do so. So let's see if there is any question. I don't see any. And yes, I saw a question on by Monica. Hi, Monica. First of all, hi again. And yes, we will be recording the webinars. I saw Roope has answered, but so everybody is aware, we are recording these webinars. We have recorded the previous one, and we are recording this one. So you will be able to see it afterwards if you have missed it. Monica. And yes, so if you're missing it, if you're having problems, as Monica with connection, you are going to be able to access this recording shortly after the session. And yes, I see a question from Davide Melfi. Yes, do you want to say something?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Well, I have a question, just probably you will show later, but since now, if you are interested in a particular operative system, let's say Red Hat, I can choose all of these, or have to choose a particular instances for this?
Roope, also you can answer, or I can answer, maybe if I understand correctly. So we have images, so you can select from, but when creating a VM. So you can create different VMs. Let it be make it a software, like a data tailor software, standalone software, or an operating system like Rocky Linux or Ubuntu 22. So if that is what you're asking, that there are many possible. I will show them. If it's not what you asked, you can I guess request.
It's okay. It's okay for now. Okay. Let's see what you show. Okay.
Yeah, if that doesn't answer your question and we go through the session and this question is not answered and we don't know, really, you can always raise a ticket and somebody will be able to answer that question for you if that is okay. I don't know if we understood your question properly, but yes, so we can
yes,
go.
yes, it is.
Okay, great. Thank you, Davide. Anybody else has any more questions? Okay, doesn't seem like anybody has any questions, so maybe Yigit, you want to keep on with Morpheus now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you first log in as an administrator to our or your tenant or your Morpheus UI, so you will basically see all the instances you have. As you can see, we have 3 because it's default. But by the way, we are using a test sandbox tenant here, and you can see your logs. You can see the workloads, your backups if they are successful, and your executions. You can also see your favorites, favorite instances. You can see your reports in operations reports. You can see your cloud usage, the inventory summary, or any other cost or any other summary you have. So for example, you can see your old VMs, you have deleted them and you wanna know more, like you want to see how much resources you have given to old VMs. You can see it from here. I just saw you. I'm not sharing the screen.
I can see your screen. I don't know. Maybe you want to stop sharing and reshare it.
If there is any more people,
Yes, thank you.
I can also see it.
Okay, I guess
think
yeah.
some
yes,
people
we can see.
you have to click it down where you see all the participants. One of the little images is the screen share. When you click on it, then it becomes bigger, so it can get lost in this little strip of small images of participants. When you click on it, then you see it in the large version.
Thank you.
Okay, Garar, can you see it? Can you let us know if you managed? We don't want you to be left behind.
Should be okay.
Works. Yeah, great. Thank you.
So continuing, so we have the reports, and of course I'm not gonna go all through, but one of the most important thing is before going into VMs and creating new users, I can show you is users. So I'm the admin user right now in this tenant. So I go to users, and I can see the others, and I can create a user with their filling the spaces here. So this is it, and then we can one more thing I can show you is that tools and cipher, and this is the all the passwords you need for getting Go. You can see your passwords in your tenant. If I go to provisioning and instances, you can see the default VMs. So LDAP, SSH proxy, and X2Go. You can see their IP addresses, and from the IP addresses, actually, you can understand that these are internal. Sorry, these are internal, and this is the external because it has a floating IP. Because like we told, so SSH proxy is used to log into other VMs default. I will show you how you can create the like another VM with a floating IP, external IP. So what I can show is maybe we can create a VM together, and then we can create an LDAP user. And maybe right here I can tell you that creating a user here in Morpheus, it's not the same as creating an LDAP user. So if you create a user in Morpheus, you cannot use that. I mean, it's not automatically created, that user for you in for login to the other VMs. So let's go for creation of a new VM. So again, provisioning instances. You will click plus add. So these are the featured ones. For example, CentOS GPU with CentOS with GPU, CentOS, Rocky Linux, Ubuntu 22, or Ubuntu with GPU. So these are the default or featured instance types. But of course, you can see all. I think Noemi dropped, or do you?
Yeah, she seems to have dropped out.
Okay, I guess she will come back soon. So I will just continue then, I guess. So we have the instances you can use. So for example, we have EUMETSAT terrestrial VM or EUMETSAT data tailor VM. So this is of course the standalone version, which you can create this as a VM and use for customizing your EUMETSAT data, and any other. So you can check these and see if what you want is here in this in this list. So I will go with standard Ubuntu 22. I'm clicking next. Not changing here, not changing here. For the name, I will just go for test demo 01. Environment and labels, you can select these for your use case, but I'm not gonna select those. So layout will be data for me. The plan is so here, for example, you can see it is this is the unique name for the plan, ds.3x large. So we can see the cores and memory. When you select a different one, say EO1 medium, you will see the cores and memory is changing. We also have a knowledge base article on this one. You can check that page. So so yeah, I will go with a maybe with this one. So we have 4 cores and 8 gigs of memory, and the volume is 32 gigabytes of storage here. We can add more like this. I can add a name, and of course in Ubuntu or in your system, of course you have to mount, but this is how you can this is the first step. I'm not gonna create another volume. The network and security group is important. So the network will be private. So this is the default, of course, for your use case. Hi, Noemi.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I was disconnected automatically and it didn't log in again. I wasn't understanding. I'm so sorry for everybody.
Of course. So I'm continuing. So the network is by default, it's private, and security group is SSH. I'm not gonna touch any other things, but of course, for your use case, for example, if you want a floating IP, you can use one of the available IPs or external. And of course, the security group you can also change to HTTP, HTTPS, or the other ones. For example, if there are EUMETSAT and other security groups here. But we are going with network private and security group being SSH. For user config and advanced options, you don't need to touch these. If you want an advanced use case, you can. But for user config, we are not creating a user right now because we will be doing that with the LDAP VM or LDAP system. So I will go on next. Hope I didn't forget anything. But we also don't need a backup or lifecycle. Of course, you can, for your use case, you can create a backup here and make it an automated backup. So like every 24 hours, there will be a backup, say. So here we have the summary, the name, the group, the cloud, the type, which is Ubuntu 22. We have the cores and memory, which is our plan. Again, we have the documentation for this one, the version, the layout, the full unique name of that image, and our volume and the private network. So I will click complete. You see now we have a new VM, but of course it takes time to provision this one. Also maybe here while it's running, I can show you one step further, which is once you click an instance or a VM, what you see, you basically see the course, the images, the owners, the layout, and other info you might have, the resources that you can see, the runtime, storage. You can also create a storage. I will also show you that, not from here, but from here, reconfigure, but that's another video. So the network, and for example, you can change your security group here. So you can add security group here. So we only added SSH. The backups, you can generate a backup automation here. The history is important because we are seeing our the status of the VM creating. So it's creating what I was going to show. What I can show you now while it's creating is creating a user for so again, just for the repetition. So we have created a user here. I mean, I have showed you how to create a user for Morpheus, but creating a user for all the VMs is different. You can do that by going into LDAP, clicking on actions, and basically you will click run workflow. So you can select create a new LDAP user. You will put the first name, last name, this is me, and display name, for example, Yigit, and then you will create your public SSH key. You can do that in your terminal with SSH-keygen, and you will put your initial password and put execute. It will take around a minute, probably less, to create a user for you, and you can use that user to log into any other VM. Of course, when you first log in, it will ask for you to change that initial password, but this is how you can create a new LDAP user. So it's creating. Of course, it takes some time. It takes around 10 minutes for normal use cases, but of course it can change for your use case if it's changing because of the resources allocated and others. For example, I can show you one last thing. For example, here you can use console
Yigit?
to log in. Yes, sure.
Sorry for interrupting. We have a question that it would be nice to answer since you were already there. If you could repeat how you create an SSH key when you're creating an LDAP user. And also, I would really appreciate if we could clarify the difference between having an LDAP user and having a user on Morpheus.
Absolutely, I can repeat that, and I can also show you the how to create a SSH public key. So, for example, here I have my terminal. Sorry if it's a bit small. Maybe I can do something like this. Okay, great, interesting. But hope you can see it. Maybe I can do it like this. Okay, so so it's pretty standard. You will do SSH key again. It will do this automatically. I'm not 100% sure how you can do this on Windows, but on macOS and Linux, it should be like this. I'm just pressing enter, override, yes, no passphrase. Of course, don't do what I do and put passphrase for security reasons. I'm just going enter and enter. So here we have created, and this is how you can see your public ID basically. So here it is. All right. So last thing is the difference between again. So in order to use a user for the VMs, you have to create an LDAP user, not the user from here. So I'm just actually gonna go again. So this is the EUMETSAT. So I went to administration and users. You can create a user here by putting the username and email and password, of course. But for VM usage usernames, you have to go to LDAP and go click on it, actions, run workflow, create a new LDAP user, display name, which is your username, SSH key, which I just showed you how you can create one. You will copy basically that long random keys and put it here, and for in your initial password.
Thank you so much, Yigit. Just to add, so when you're going to create virtual machines and you will want some of your colleagues to enter, your colleagues that will be able to enter are the colleagues that you have already added as a LDAP user. You cannot add people that you have added as Morpheus users. So this is the main thing. Thank you so much, Yigit. I was just wanted to clarify if anybody is unsure.
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for this to end, but not sure when. So maybe I can just show you how you can log in to another VM with a newly created user. So you can just go to console, or you can use your terminal to log into a SSH, or you can actually use a GUI on that X2Go sorry, server. So my username is Yigit, and the password is typing right now. Amazing. So I put my password wrong, I guess. But let's see the other instance. So except the logging part, it should be done mainly. I will show you once this is done, if this is ending, and that should be it.
Thank you so much, Yigit. In the meantime, since you were mentioning the different types of logins, I also want to add, so just to make sure everybody. So we do have the X2Go that allows you to have a GUI, a graphical user interface. You can enter your virtual machine through there. If you're not feeling comfortable to do it through your terminal. You can use your own terminal, so your local terminal, just open normal terminal on your computer, and through SSH just enter your virtual machine through there. So that also works. And of course, when we create a virtual machine and you have an onboarding meeting, you will exactly be explained how to enter through SSH and the exact commands you're going to have to write. So don't worry if it still sounds like, oh, I'm confused. And also you can do that as Yigit was showing you through Morpheus, which has its own console. So when you're already in Morpheus and you have your own console, of course, you don't have to do SSH because you are already going on your virtual machine. By clicking on the virtual machine, you're already going on the console of that virtual machine. So you don't have to enter through any other way. But these are the main 3 ways you can access your virtual machines. If anybody has any question, please feel free to ask. Yigit, has the machine been created?
Let's see. I can tell that it's quite changing. So sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes 15. But this is mostly due to resources allocating, and it's happening all in the background. But I can tell you that you are also getting an email once it's created, so you can close the page and then go for your work, and it will be done in a few moments.
All right, thank you so much, Yigit. Yes, that was, this is how more or less things work. Of course, don't worry if you feel that still things are not clear, because this is always something that you have to practice a little bit. But we have a large amount of people within EUMETSAT and itself that are using all our trainers. We have people doing trainings through the European Weather Cloud. It's really a used platform for us, and it's really comfortable. It allows you to create a community, as I was mentioning to you before. So we are really happy to get any question if there is any, and I guess we are going to let you go if there are no questions.
I can also just tell you it's done. So the VM is created. We can try one more, and hopefully this time I won't type my username and passwords wrong. Okay, so I'm in. So I guess I just put the password wrong in the first try. So you can see we are in right now inside the our newly created VM, and this is the IP address for that one. And of course, you can do now anything you want in this VM. Of course, look for the terms and conditions first. And that's it.
We have a really good question that Helia has asked. I hope I pronounced your name right. So how do you decide what user management to use for what user? Morpheus for each natural person and LDAP for all login persons? Does anybody want to answer? I can answer this.
I can also take this. Thank you for the good question. It's really actually up to tenant owner to decide whether she wants to give full tenant admin rights to all the users in that tenancy, or most users, when it makes sense to really create Morpheus users and provide them all rights and full admin rights, and then they can create their own virtual machine users into the LDAP or as local users to the virtual machines. Or if the tenant admin wants to create the virtual machines for other users and then also manage the users in LDAP. So I can't say what is the correct answer. Anyway, if all the users in the tenancy are allowed to log in to all the virtual machines, and it doesn't matter in that tenancy, then I would recommend to create both Morpheus account and LDAP account so that everyone can access really all the necessary resources without any extra hassle.
Thank you so much, Roope, for the explanation. Elia, I'm sure that was a really full answer. So if you have anything you want us to clarify, please feel free to ask more. If there is any other question, we're really happy to get them. And also, if you don't have questions now and you feel later on you are trying out, we know that you have to try out to then come up with questions. Of course, we're always really available on the Rocket Chat or through tickets. So through the support. So you are also really welcome to use that at any time that you need. And we're trying always our best to direct you to the right people to then answer your questions. So yes, anything else? Okay, I don't think we have any more questions. We have 5 minutes left. So I think I want to thank everybody for joining the session. We're really happy to have many of you. We are really happy to have been to now start our operational phase. It's really good to have a place where everybody can work together and can have a right place where to analyze and process data that is not just your normal computer. This is a really comfortable place. We are always happy to support, and I think this is the best part of creating a community of people that work together for a better understanding of our data. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Yigit, for your great demonstration. Thank you, Roope, for joining us. And I also want to thank sorry, Roberto, I always confuse your name, Roberto, for the slides. And you might have heard that the actual original speaker was Uruza, but she wasn't able to be here. She's sick. She might be there listening. But thank you, Uruza, as well, for being part of this. And we are really looking forward to all your questions and everybody using tenancy and discover the European Weather Cloud. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you, everybody, again for being part of the community. Okay, thank you. Bye, everyone.